Take a walk down by the sea, picking up cotton shells.
Hello everybody. Today I'm reading Chapter 9, The World's Worst Super-Stinky Cheater Contest. They're getting ready to smell all of the sneakers. "Let the sniffing begin," said the head judge lady. She handed Stink a clipboard. He took his sniffing very seriously. He walked up and down the rows and rows of torn sneakers, worn sneakers, yucky, blucky sneakers. He walked in front of the sneakers and behind the sneakers. Here a sniff, there a sniff, everywhere a sniff, sniff. Stink rated each pair on a smelly scale of 0 to 4. He wrote down notes like, "Smells like a swamp," and "worse than a dead skunk," and "triple PU." All the while, he couldn't help wondering which pair was Sophie's. "Hey, I'll give you a tip," Steve the smeller handed Stink a tissue. "Take a whiff of a pair of sneakers, then hold the tissue up to your nose in between sniffs. That way your sense of smell won't get so tired." "Thanks," said Stink. "Wow-wee, a professional tip from a professional smells-a-lot himself." Stink puffed up with pride. He sniffed the next pair. "What do you smell?" Steve asked. "Feet," said Stink. He did the tissue trick and then he smelled the sneakers again. "What else?" asked Steve. "Dirt, old carpet smell, maybe even moldy cheese." "Good for you," said Steve. "Moldy cheese. That's exactly what I thought." Stink sniffed some more sneakers. He couldn't help thinking that his were still the smelliest. He couldn't help thinking that he could have won the Golden Clothespin Award. Until he came to smelly sneaker pair number 13, that is. Stink leaned over and took another whiff. Whew! His eyes crossed. His nose wrinkled. His tongue curled. Number 13 smelled worse than a barn full of bats. Worse than a basement full of rats. Number 13 smelled stinkier than the litter boxes of 1,000 cats. He sniffed number 13. He sniffed the clean tissue from Steve the smeller. Then he sniffed pair number 13 again. All the toilet water in the world could not have made his shoes as smelly as these sneakers. Stink E. Moody, judge and junior sniffer, had found a real winner. Away, official, want to barf, gag me with a spoon, winner. "Geez Louise," said the lady judge when she came to number 13. "Jump back, Jack. I think I'm going to pass out." "This one's a Humpty of a Dumpty," Professor Smeller agreed. "Rotten eggs," said the judge lady. "Burnt hair," said Steve. "Cat pee," said Stink. "And dead worms." "He's got the nose all right," said the professor. "Not many noses would pick up on that dead worm smell." "Worse than rancid roadkill," said the lady. "Worse than C4H9SEH, said Steve. "What's that?" said Stink. "Skunk spray," Steve told him. Stink cracked up. Stink knew for sure now. These sneakers would be outlawed in outer space. These skunks were a number 10 on a scale of 0 to 4. All the king's horses and all the bad smells could not outsmell the numero uno all-time world's stinkiest sneakers, putrid pair number 13. Stink wrote down his final score. He turned in his clipboard. All the votes were counted. At last it was time to announce the grand prize winner of the all-time world's worst super stinky sneaker contest. Professor Steve stepped up to the microphone. "Attention! May I have your attention, please?" Everybody gathered around. All ears were listening. Not even a dog barked. "We are pleased to announce the winners of the 10th annual all-time World's Worst Super Stinky Sneaker Contest. It was a close call. All sneakers in the contest were truly worthy, truly smelly. We have 2 runners-up Number 6 and number 37, please step up to the podium. Number 6, he said, holding out a red ribbon. These puppies smell worse than dog breath. Congratulations, now get them out of here. Number 37, said Steve, handing over another red ribbon. Your stinkers make a pile of garbage smell sweet. Congratulations. Everybody clapped and cheered. Stink could hardly wait to hear whose sneakers would take the grand prize, the golden clothespin. Now, the moment we've been waiting for. There's one pair of sneakers that all 3 judges gave a top score of 4+++. The grand prize winner of the Golden Clothespin Award is number 13. Who has number 13? Please come up front to the judges' podium and claim your prizes. 13? Did he just say 13? That's me, yelled Sophie of the Elves. She rushed up to the podium. I can't believe it. I really won, she asked. Stink, how'd you know it was me? I didn't, said Stink. Honest. I never smelled those sneakers before in my life. They won fair and square, said Steve. We smelled everything from dead worms to skunk spray on those sneakers. Way to go, Sophie, said Webster. Step right up here, young lady, said Professor Smeller. For having the world's all-time smelliest sneakers, I award you this trophy of the Golden Clothespin. 1 gift certificate for a new pair of sweet-smelling sneakers. And last but not least, 1 free trip for 2 to the Odor Munchers Air Freshener Factory. Thank you, said Sophie, holding up her trophy. Tons of people were clapping and yelling. Woohoo! A guy from the newspaper was even snapping pictures. Tell us, said Steve the Smeller. What's your secret, Sophie? What makes your sneakers so smelly? Simple, said Sophie. No socks, and when my parents make me take a bath, I hang my feet over the edge of the tub and I don't wash them. Ever. Whew, you, said Professor Smeller. Congratulations, young lady. Your shoes will be entered into the Hall of Fumes at the community center, where hopefully they can be seen but not smelled by all. Can I have your autograph? Sophie asked. Sure, said Steve. Me too, said Stink. Can you sign my shoe? Professor Steve Smells a Lot signed Stink's smelly sneaker. From one master sniffer to another, Steve wrote. I'll never ever wash these shoes now, said Stink. And that's the end of chapter 9. I have some questions for you, of course. All right, the first one is, everybody has a pair of their favorite shoes. So I want you to go look at your shoes and let me know, what are your favorite pair of shoes? Are they boots? Are they tennis shoes? They could be slippers. Which pair of shoes do you like wearing the most? And tell me about them. Tell me what they look like and tell me why they're your favorite. Second question. Even though Stink couldn't enter his shoes into the contest, he was happy for his friend Sophie. He was so happy that she won. Tell me about a time that you were happy for somebody else. Something good happened to someone and you were really happy for them. Tell me all about it. All right, I will see you for the next chapter and the last chapter, chapter 10, Mr. Stinky.
Take a walk down